JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones, and in the news, elderly farmer found dead outside St. Beth's home. An elderly man was found dead outside his home at Red Banking Junction, St. Elizabeth, Sunday morning. Yes, so far, being identified as Alberto Powell, a farmer who is believed to be in his 60s. Residents reportedly found the now deceased lying on the ground beside his 3-bedroom concrete structure in a pool of blood. The residents summoned the police, who saw Powell's lifeless body lying on his back with what appeared to be a stab wound to the throat. He was clad in grey-colored track pants, a blonde-white long-sleeve jogging-type shirt, blonde-white-colored polo brand sneakers, and a white pea cap. Powell was reportedly last seen about 4:30 p.m. on Saturday at a neighbor's home. One of the back doors to Powell's house was half opened, the police said. Entertainer among 2 shot dead in downtown Kingston. An entertainer was one of 2 men shot dead by gunmen on Beckford Street in downtown Kingston Sunday morning. A 3rd man was shot and injured during the incident. The entertainer has been identified as 34-year-old Christopher Palmer, who goes by the stage name Venom. He was reportedly from Orange Street in Kingston. The other man was named as 42-year-old Kirk Palmer, otherwise called Chucky, a higgler from Chancery Lane, also in Kingston. The wounded man is a 25-year-old security guard, the police said. Reports are that around 1:15 a.m., Venom and Palmer were at a location where Palmer's common-law wife operates a clothing stall and a hangout. Police said they were approached by a group of men traveling on foot and armed with guns who opened gunfire. When the shooting subsided, it was discovered that both men were shot several times. Venom died on the spot, while Palmer was transported to a hospital where he was confirmed dead. The wounded man reported that he was returning from work when he heard explosions and began running. He later realized he had been shot in the right lower arm. His injuries are not considered life-threatening. No motive has yet been established for the attack, the police said. Man shot dead in Golden Springs, St. Andrew. The St. Andrew North Police are probing the daring daylight murder of a man in Golden Springs Square in the parish. The dead man has been identified by his alias, Kodjo. A relative said that the man's siblings was shot and killed almost a year ago. The now deceased was reportedly standing in the square when he was attacked by gunmen. The incident occurred about 10:45 a.m. According to eyewitnesses, over 12 rounds were discharged, sending people scampering. Gun and ammo seized in St. Anne, 1 man in custody. The St. Anne police are reporting that 1 man is in custody following the seizure of 1 Glock pistol with a magazine containing 3 9mm rounds of ammunition. Reports are that about 11:15 p.m. on Saturday, lawmen were conducting an operation in Gulf, Steertown in the parish, when a search of a Toyota Probox motor car was undertaken. During the search of the vehicle, the weapon was seen in a bag hidden under the driver's seat. The identity of the man who was arrested is being withheld, pending further investigation. Alleged ski mask gang member charged with triple murder. An alleged member of the dreaded ski mask gang was on Saturday charged with the murder of 2 boys who attended Chetwood Memorial Primary and a man from Furrow Hill, St. James. Travis Tummings, who was arrested on November 9 by the St. James police, was positively identified as the shooter in an ID parade earlier on Saturday. Tummings, 26, otherwise called Chichi, who was a roof tiler from Flower Hill but frequents Baritown in St. James, has been officially charged with 3 counts of murder, possession of a prohibited weapon, and using a firearm to commit a felony. Thomas was reportedly held as a person of interest in the triple murder during an intelligence-led joint police military operation at a guest house in Barrytown 2 Saturdays ago. He stranded the November 6, 2023 killing of 7-year-old Justin Perry and the 9-year-old Nicole Smith, both students, and Tevin Hale, otherwise called Bansel, 26, all 3 are from Salt Spring. Reports were that around 5:20 p.m., a taxi operator was driving his grey 2006 motor car from Salt Spring heading to Montego Bay with Perry and Smith on board. Hale reportedly stopped the vehicle and asked for a drive to his home. As Hale entered the car, a man armed with a rifle immediately exited bushes on the right-hand side of the roadway and opened gunfire at the vehicle, hitting him, Smith and Perry in their heads and upper bodies. Duty-free and other threshold for overseas purchases to be reduced next April, says Clark. For Jamaicans returning from travel overseas who make duty-free purchases, the threshold for such declarations will be moved from $50 to $100 during the next fiscal year that begins on April 1. The announcement was made on Sunday by Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark as he addressed the 80th annual conference of the governing Jamaica Labour Party, JLP, inside the National Arena.
And what that means for the modern and Christian custom. And when that bill is passed, I say to you, we're going to reduce the bureaucracy at the airport, reduce the bureaucracy at the airport. We're going to take a look at the threshold and the duty-free threshold. We're going to move it from $50 to $100.
Cop charged for shooting man over scamming spoils, acquitted. A former police constable accused of shooting a man in an alleged dispute over $2.3 million and other items reportedly stolen from scammers in 2009 was on Thursday freed of wounding with intent charges in the Home Circuit Court. The 38-year-old ex-cop, Mawanda Price, was arrested in April 2019 following his deportation from the United States, was found not guilty by Justice Carl Wilshire after a 4-day judge-alone trial. Price was assigned to the Grand Spend police post at the time of the incident, was initially charged with attempted murder, but the charge was downgraded. He was charged along with 3 other people, including 2 policemen who were freed of robbery with aggravation charges. The victim, Ian McPherson, was also arrested on charge, but pleaded guilty to robbery with aggravation and illegal possession of firearm and was sentenced to 3 years in prison in 2010. The civilian was also charged with robbery but was later acquitted. According to the allegations, on July 29, 2009, Price accompanied McPherson to carry out a robbery at a house in Stony Hill, St. Andrew, along with another policeman and the civilians. McPherson, a videographer, had allegedly approached another cop to carry out the robbery, who then invited Price to participate. Following the robbery, the men allegedly went to premises at Taylor Avenue in Kingston, where a dispute developed between Price and McPherson over how their spoils should be shared. Shortly after, it is further alleged that McPherson went on his motorcycle to leave, but heard Price calling out to him. He allegedly looked around and saw a man, whom he called the Bradier Man, pulling a gun at him, and he was shot twice in the forehead. McPherson reportedly fell to the ground, and while he was down, Price and 2 other men allegedly pulled a gun at him and shot him. He was shot 6 times. The men then reportedly took up the injured man and carried him to a nearby gully where they left him. McPherson, however, managed to ride his bike to a gas station where he was assisted to the hospital by a policeman. He later underwent surgery. Attorney at Law Dennis Walker, who represented Price, said her client was acquitted because the judge did not find McPherson to be credible. She said there were several inconsistencies in his statement and that he had also given a different version of what occurred. According to her, McPherson, in his first statement, made no mention of Price shooting him, but named him in his second statement, which he gave when I was cross-examining him about it. He said it was the police who did their investigation and came up with the name Price, and while he was in custody, he learned of the name Mawanda, the attorney said. She further pointed out that McPherson, in one version of the incident, reported that he was shot in the Cassia Park gully by gunmen while riding. Meanwhile, Walker, when asked to describe Price's reaction to his acquittal, said, "He's joyous. He maintains his innocence. The witness was coerced to tell a lie on him," she added. JBN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.